Hello everyone! A couple of months ago I released my investment video for the fresh classic anniversary realms, and today I'm here with part 2. So far everything is paying off so well. We're talking about profits around 2 up to 10 times the amount I paid in the first video. In this part 2 I'll be covering my phase 4, 5 and 6 investments, the items you can still purchase for a decent price and hopefully make a big return on. I know a lot of these items has of course increased in price. First off, the elemental earth, these are now around 2 gold each, but I still expect them to go to around 3 to 4. This is because as of right now, they're used for different things, such as the elemental sharpening stones. But later on, they will also be useful for a greater nature protection potion in phase 5 when we get Anchorai. In the beginning of the first anniversary realms, many people leveled up their alchemy, and some crafted elixirs of poison resistance as it was a cheap way to level up their profession. I purchased all of these and also some of the materials that you will need for the large venom sacks, but also bruise weeds. In addition to this, I've also purchased this world drop that allows you to craft the poison resistance elixir. My average buy price has been 26 silver, and as of right now, they're currently a couple of gold on the auction house. In original classic phase 5, I used to sell these for more than 50 gold each, so hopefully I'll be able to make a decent profit here. One of my biggest investments has been fire blooms. As of right now, the price is currently also 10 times as high as my average buy price. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty decent investment as well, and I got quite a few stacks of these. You can then also combine these together with fire oils and of course also the fire fin snappers. During the first couple of weeks there were so many fishing bots, which also made sure that the price for fish were also next to nothing. I took advantage of this and turned them into fire ores, and I'll keep these as we're getting closer to phase 5, because during phase 5 many mages will respec into fire and be using the elixir of greater firepower. Talking about phase 5, one material I'm still stacking up on is Heart of Fire. My average buy price has been 9 silver and 53 copper. As I'm recording and posting this video, the current price is close to 20 silver each. But then again, it could still be a good investment, which is why I'm still covering it. In phase 5 we can get a new recipe that allows us to transmute a Heart of Fire into 3 elemental fires. Elemental fires currently cost close to 4 to 5 gold each on the auction house, but this price will definitely be going a lot lower when we get into phase 5. But then again, I doubt you will be able to purchase 3 elemental fires for the same price as a Heart of Fire right now, so we're talking about 3 elemental fires for 20 silver. It all depends on how many people are stacking up on these and waiting for phase 5. As I was leveling up my character to 60 a couple of months ago, I invested most of my gold into grave moss, and as of right now the price is almost 12 times as high compared to what I invested. Yeah, I guess it always pays off to invest if you're thinking long term. Also because grave moss, yeah, they will be needed in phase 3, but also in phase 6 when people are going to do next ramas. To craft the greater shadow protection potion, you will need a shadow oil, which requires 4 grave moss and 4 fade leaf. So you could also be investing into fade leaf if those are cheap. Just be aware, before you invest into any of the items I've already mentioned in the video, or those I'll mention in a moment, well, then you gotta remember I also purchased them months ago, which is why I've already made a huge profit. As of right now, they will of course probably still increase in price, but I'm unsure if you can for example make a 4 or 5 times profit. We're maybe talking about 2 to 3 times. I used to purchase golden pearls whenever they were below 3 gold each, and as of right now I can sell them for 8 gold. I'm selling a couple because I need the gold for future investments, but I'm also keeping a lot of these for later on. At some point I could see the price go all the way up to 20 to 30 gold for each of these, as they're still required for the best weapon enchant for spellcasters, so something that will be useful throughout all of Classic. I've also invested into the large brilliant shards. Many people are currently farming diamond for the rare items and disenchanting these and selling the shards on the auction house. This is why they're also fairly cheap. As of right now there isn't a huge demand for these, but when we get to phase 4 and we unlock the new oils and later on also the better glove enchants, well then there's all of a sudden also a higher demand, and we can definitely expect to see a price increase. A consumable that will always be in high demand are the dark rooms. where you consume a bit of health and turn it into mana. Therefore, these will always be in a high demand for healers, and I remember the price go all the way up to around 14 gold for each of these when we got to phase 5 and also 6. Not to mention the fact that people continue to use these in Burning Crusade. In the first video, I mentioned I invested gold into Black Lotuses because I could get them so cheap, and I've ended up selling these for 4 times the profit. I know the price is still increasing, but then again I needed this gold for future investments, also because a lot of the future investments I'm making right now are still extremely cheap. If some of you are wondering what I'm currently doing to make my gold, well, I log in every couple of days to do my Transmute Arcanite Bar cooldown. I usually sell this cooldown for 7 gold each, and my playtime at max level is just below 21 hours. Most of these hours are spent at level 60 AoE farming to make a lot of raw gold in the beginning so I could start investing, and then I've spent a couple of hours logging in, doing my transmit cooldowns and also purchasing items on the auction house. And I know I don't have a lot of playtime, and this is also my only level 60 character because all the other characters are level 1 banks where I store all my investments on. And don't worry, it's not like these are fully stacked with items. Some of them doesn't even have any items yet, it's simply just for future things. But why is it that I'm so focused on making a lot of gold instead of spending this on my level 60 mage and simply gearing up and other things? Well, this is because I don't plan to play my mage in the future, and also because I don't have much time to play anyway, as I got many things going on in real life. So what I've instead decided to focus on is the upcoming expansion Burning Crusade. In the pre-patch I can level up a Draenei Shaman to 60, so I'll need gold to speed level and get carried through different dungeons. When I then get to level 60, I'll probably need to gear up to purchase some items on the auction house and also level up 2 professions to 300. This will also be rather expensive. When I then get to level 70, I'll of course need to buy normal and epic flying skill and also get 2 professions to 375. But even though it will cost me a lot of gold to be doing these things, then it will definitely be achievable. Simply because in phase 1 I invested less than 1000 gold, and this gold I've then flipped through phase 2, soon we will get to phase 3, and I'll continue to do this until we get to Burning Crusade, where I'll probably end up with something like 30 to 40,000 gold. But once again you might be asking, why is it that I'm so focused on making all of this gold? Well, Burning Crusade is my most favorite expansion, and back in 2021 when we got the classic release, I sadly couldn't enjoy it because I were also preparing for my final exam. This time it won't be the same case, and at the end of 2025 I will also have a lot more time to be enjoying games again. So this is why I'm preparing, and why I don't want to farm gold when I can finally enjoy my favorite expansion. I would much rather like to do PvP, PvE content and doing other things that I find way more enjoyable than farming gold. For those of you still watching the video, here's a teaser for some of the items you can expect me to be talking about in part 3. If you don't know what these investments are for, well then you should be looking forward to this video, else you can simply go back to my channel and check some of the investments I posted in 2021. This will also give you a bit of a clue. Else make sure to hit the subscribe button so you get notified when I post this investment video. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace.